unspoken agreement on buses. No one looks at each other.
No mic.
No mic yet.
Just smile a little.
Testing.
The limited. There is an unspoken agreement on buses. No one looks at each other. There is a unanimous decision every ride regarding how loud you can breathe without soliciting side eye. If you find yourself accidentally on purpose reading over somebody's shoulder, you owe them an embarrassed smile and nothing more. It's the same on elevators and public bathrooms. It's too weird to break the silence, but even weirder to keep it there. By now, I've memorized the announcements on this bus in both Mandarin and Spanish, neither of which I speak. The 14 Limited, or the Rapid as I still refuse to call it, is stopped at the 24th Street BART station. Like every day, I attempt the smile and nod tactic when confronted with the same group of Jehovah's Witnesses. If there's one thing I hate about my commute, it's the constant influx of middle-aged women trying to spread the good word. I'm used to the rhythm of this ride. Without fail, and today is no different, the air in the bus is recycled, musty, and stinks of stale beer and cheap cologne. One man boards at 16th Street, followed by a horde of others. I vaguely recognize him from someplace that probably doesn't matter. His clothes look like he picked out every garment from different costume boxes at the Salvation Army, which I have no problem with until he sits next to me. I have a natural ingrained aversion to old men, especially when they try to use eye contact. My brain switches immediately to survival mode as soon as he asks me about what I'm reading. When faced with my silence, he just says, "Okay then, sorry I asked," and turns back to his newspaper. The bus quickly fills with commuters. An older woman with the cane boards. The man from before gives up his seat for her and stands up, gripping the pole almost nervously. I make the mistake of looking up, and he smiles brightly, somehow managing to not look fake. Of course, the only appropriate response on my part is to suddenly become very interested in my shoes. He strikes up conversation with the driver. They start talking about the youth of America and how everything's going to shit. In their words, not mine. "Rudy, have you seen these kids lately? Glued to their palms all damn day. There is nothing to interest them besides texting and Facebook and all that. You don't see a kid under 50 reading these days." I can sense him looking at me as he says this. "Life of Pi," I tell the man across from me. "I'm sorry?" The driver looks puzzled and glances at me in the rearview mirror. "You asked me what I'm reading, and I'm reading Life of Pi." The man nods, passive, and I expect him to resume his conversation with the driver. He doesn't. The man... "What do you think of it? I've never read that one." "It's a great book. A little wordy and self-indulgent, but after a sixth time like this, that isn't a problem." "Well, do you recommend it?" I'm taken aback. But before I can answer, he thanks me, not once but twice, exits the bus, waves to the driver through the window. We drive on.